What's going on, everybody? It's Frito here for Your Overwatch. Play Overwatch just tweeted out the teaser for Hero 32. The tweet says, accessing fragment recovered personal log of Dr. Mina Liao, file status complete. And it says this: after all these years, it feels good to finally get to focus on the research that I am truly passionate about. The Athena prototype has been deemed a success, so much that Jack finally agreed to authorize my new project. Then it says, imitating Jack, pending future evaluation. And the timing couldn't be better. People are as scared of Omnics as ever, even at a time they seem more human than ever. Those Omnic monks in Nepal stating that they believe that they possess souls just as we do. And just the other day, I read a story about manufacturing Omnics in London walking off the line claiming they heard the music and wanting to search for the meaning of life. Why can't we see that the artificial life is still fundamentally life? Instead, we're going the opposite direction. Violence against Omnics is on the rise, and even more governments are cracking down on their rights and freedoms. I can only hope that this project can change the conversation, that people can understand that the potential of artificial life is so much greater than whatever we have to gain by treating them as our property or our servants. There is still much to do, but I have to try to show the world a better way before it's too late. So there's a lot going on here. First of all, the date on this is vague. Even if we knew the day of the month in March, who knows what year it is? Is it current day or in the past? My guess would be that it's in the past because it's when Overwatch was likely still operational or perhaps at its peak. Now, Mina Liao, as a character I'm not familiar with, but up until this point, I think everybody assumed that this guy was Liao this whole time. We knew about a Liao as one of the founding members of Overwatch. Everyone assumed that he was this guy in the Recall cinematic. So that either means we were wrong, or Mina Liao is like perhaps his significant other, also works in Overwatch and is more of a engineer rather than a soldier, and maybe her husband is the soldier guy. And I think that's important because typically heroes are fighters that can hold their own in battle, and at least in this personal log, I'm not getting the impression that Mina Liao is necessarily the hero, but she could be. I think more likely that she's talking about building Echo, because if we think back to the timeline of events, McCree had just recently went back to Route 66 to unlock Echo from the payload he's kept her in for X amount of years. And the real question is, why was she cooped up in there, right? I think it's because she's this advanced AI character that Mina Liao had faith in, but as conflict in the world bubbled over, perhaps McCree or someone else locked Echo away for safekeeping to protect her and hide her away when there was political uprising about Omnics. Remember, we've seen inventors be introduced into the Overwatch lore before, like Effie, who built Orisa, who is essentially an upgraded security bot built to avenge the attack by Doomfist onto Numbani. My best guess is that she's referring to Echo here, and Echo might certainly be the next hero. Either way, a safe bet is that the character is in the family of characters that we're discussing. The leak from a few days ago claimed that we were going to find out info on the next hero March 19th, and it would be a support. So I do see potential for either Dr. Mina Liao to be maybe an engineer or builder type support, or Echo herself. Both, I think, would fit that description fairly well. But beyond just the new hero, I think there was a bit of an Easter egg towards the overall plot development moving towards Overwatch 2 in this lore drop as well. Because as we always knew, there was an Omnic uprising in London. She's referring to it in sort of its early days when maybe it was a bit more wholesome before it turned violent, saying that the Omnics heard the music and were being drawn to it, essentially, sort of like a piper. What I think happened is, remember those shady dealings between Doomfist and the shadowy Omnic type guy from Storm Rising? They were going to work together and likely to cause that type of uprising that would get these types of conflicts ablaze. And once we really resolve that, I think we are moving into Overwatch 2 territory, because that's kind of the final plot point that over the past 4 years of Overwatch being out, we haven't developed yet to connect the dots to how we got to where we are from all the conflict beforehand. So then also on the other hand, shadowy Omnic guy could be the new hero as well if it goes the other end of the spectrum in that plot arc, because Blizzard have sown the seeds for multiple directions now. It'll be interesting to see which route they end up going with this hero release, who who we're expecting to be the one last hero into Overwatch before Overwatch 2. Only time will tell, and if you want to keep updated on future videos covering Overwatch, be sure to hit the bell icon to actually get notified when our videos go live. Leave a like on the video before you head out, and go follow us on Twitter, where we tweet out news, updates, and dank memes. Let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comment section down below. Who do you think is going to be the next hero, and is it going to be coming on Thursday? That's been it for me. I've been Frito for your Overwatch. We'll see you guys next time.